Okay, you guys, what is up? One Piece chapter 667, and yeah. Yo, Rock. How the fuck did Rock and Scotch beat Zoro and fucking Brook? Yo, no, seriously. How did they beat Zoro and Brook? I don't want to know. You know what? Before I get into the actual chapter at hand, alright? I do want to say a few things, alright? First of all, in my personal opinion, Sanji inside Nami's body told Zoro and Brook to play dead after Scotch and Rock attacked that group. And so they played dead, and Scotch and Rock just walked away. And the reason why he did that is because Sanji doesn't want Nami's body to be ruined. So that's why I'm pretty sure he did that, okay? That's my assumption. Because I don't see how Scotch and Rock took out Brook and Zoro, okay? Not the Soul King and Zoro, Mr. Slice and Half over here. No. There's no way. Dragon Twister, come on. Dude, no. There's no way Scotch and Rock took out Zoro. I don't see it. I'm not seeing it. But what I will say is that for this chapter, the ending, the ending was good. The ending was good. The beginning was funny. The ending was good. Okay, the ending was good because Law caught me completely off guard. I was like, yo, that's his goal? Oh, this fucker. Okay. And this actually explains a lot of things as to where the other crewmates may be. So let me explain. Well, actually, so this chapter, right? The first key point is going to be the kidnapping of Frankie and Luffy and... No, correction. The kidnapping of Nami inside Frankie's body, and Luffy and Frankie inside Chopper's body go on the pursuit. And what happens here is that Chopper inside Sanji's body doesn't want, because he realizes that C2, Caesar Clown, is a pretty messed up dude, and he does not want these kids to go back into his custody, I guess. And... well, custody, no. He doesn't want them to go back and suffer the torturous experiments, or at least, eat some of that candy, the drugs. So, what happens here is, and this was hilarious. I was like, yo, Frankie, you my dude. I was like, Frankie, you my dude. Basically, what happens here is that Frankie wants to go because he's pissed off that they stole his body. So he asks Chopper to give him one of the quote-unquote beans, which was a reference joke against Dragon Ball Z with the sensu beans. But he says, no, like, give me some of your candy. And then basically what happens is that Chopper gives him a rumble ball, and then the rumble ball, not candy, the ball. And then he warns him about, like, the 3-minute time limit that he can sustain in monster form. And off the gate, Frankie eats the rumble ball. He's in monster form and he sprints. And I was laughing my ass off. And then it got even funnier because Luffy and Frankie monster form are running, and then Frankie, and then Luffy turns and looks at Frankie, and then Frankie's like, "Why are you attacking me?" And then he just starts he starts lunging at Luffy, and Luffy just bails. Luffy makes a beeline. He just runs, follows the footprints, and he's out. And oh man, that was so funny. And then at the ending part, where we see that when we see Caesar Clown, basically Caesar Clown just wants to figure out as to why Frankie has one of Vegapunk's lasers, and he wants to dismantle Frankie and test, and actually see like what's going on. And then we have the next portion where we see the Yeti Cool Brothers and the Cool Brothers, who are cool. Well, these guys are, apparently, like, even though it's snowing, they say that this land is their backyard, yet, it's cool, or it's too cool outside. And at the end of each sentence, they use the word cool, like cool and cool and cool, and this is cool, and you're not cool, and cool, all that shit. So, cool. Yeah, cool. So, well, it's not cool? Getting cut in half by fucking Law. Yeah! But, in all honesty, they just take Frankie, and they're gonna deliver Frankie to, Caesar Clown so they can get their reward. And what happens here is key point number 2. which is the battle between Luffy, Frankie inside Chopper's body, and the Yeti Cool Brothers, Scoach and Rock. Now, Scoach and Rock actually have one difference that I kind of noticed, where Scoach has the wide eyes, Rock has the shaded in eyes, and Rock has a flat nose, while Scoach has a large nose. Or at least that's the way I think it is. Or maybe they both have the large nose. I'm not too sure. I mean, I wasn't really paying attention to like their figures, but I did notice that Scoach had the wide eyes, while Rock had like the shaded over, you know, like the shaded over serious One Piece look. So, I mean, that's what I noticed. Now, the next part is the fight between these four. And this fight was surprisingly good. Because I was like, Luffy, you know? Like every time I see Luffy do something new, it raises an eyebrow. Like, you know, like really? Like Luffy just did that? You know, like seriously? So Luffy engages in combat with the Yeti Cool Brothers. And what happens is that he follows their trail, runs off a cliff, as does Frankie, because Frankie's, you know, still chasing him. And then Nami inside Frankie's body is chained up into like this weird crane mechanism. Luffy and Frankie inside Chopper's body, they fall down into like these this pit of spikes that the Yeti Cool Brothers set up. Well, Luffy does an armor enhancement and then does a Gatling, punches away all the spikes, which was cool as shit. Rock counters. Yeah, it was Rock. Rock counters with a few rifle shots, or a few cannon rifle shots, and Luffy does the balloon, the Gum no Fusen, the balloon, and this is where shit got kind of cool. Luffy targets the cannons. He goes like this on some Chopper shit. I was like, what the hell? Because Chopper does like the brain point. Well, Luffy's going like this. He's like, you know. Like, I forgot what he said about Rayleigh, but he talked about how, I think it was speed and defense just by themselves is sloppy fighting, something along that lines. So he takes the cannons, and he claims that he's going to return the cannon dosage with twice the force. So he does the Gum Fusen, then he reflects the cannons. The cannonballs go in a straight line and hit Rock. And like again, an eyebrow just raised, like really, like damn, you know. So that was crazy. And then this is where shit got funny. Scoach gets pissed off. Scoach shoots a cannon at one of the mountaintops. The mountaintop starts falling down, and this glacier mountaintop is about to fall on top of Frankie and Luffy. While Luffy is still trying to dodge Frankie. Frankie in Monster Point, in Chopper's body, jumps up, grabs the glacier, and just chucks it at fucking Scoach. And I was like, yeah, that was funny. Oh, that was funny. That was funny. I was done. I was done. When Frankie did that, I was done. Because that threw me off. Or maybe that was Rock. I'm not too sure which one it was, but one of the Yeti Cool Brothers, alright? Then what happens is that Luffy is still being attacked by, you know, by Chopper. I mean, by Frankie in Chopper Point. I mean, fuck. By Frankie in Monster Point. And then Luffy says, fuck it. He does Elephant Gun. I was like, what the heck? Like, he just straight up knocked him out with Elephant Gun. And Nami inside Frankie's body is like, you used the most powerful move yet. Like, why? You know? So, I mean, that was really funny. That was really funny. So, that whole entire scene was really funny. And after that, one of the Yeti Cool Brothers runs away with Nami inside Frankie's body and runs into Law. And Law cut this dude in half. Law said, fuck it. Cut this dude in half. Just, like, Law is seriously, I don't know what happened, but over the course of the 2-year time skip, Law just stopped giving a fuck. Like, he really just stopped caring. Law stopped caring completely. He's ruthless. He has no qualms with slicing you in two. And what got even more crazy was one of the Yeti Cool Brothers, or like the Yeti Cool Brother who got cut in half, pulls out a giant dagger and is about to stab Law. Law dodges, flips upside down. I think he puts his hand on his chest and then says something shock. And I don't know what happens, but all of a sudden the Yeti Cool Brother feels like an impact, and like something shatters. It's like there's a scene where like something just shatters, and like the guy just falls down. So I don't know what happened in that moment, but it was crazy. Now I'm assuming that it's some kind of ability with his Opi no Mi. I am not. See, at first I thought that it was the Roke Ogen. I really thought that Law just pulled the Roke Ogen, and I was like, no, that's not possible, you know, because that's a Rokishi style. So I don't see him pulling the Roke Ogen. So what that was, I'm not too sure. It appeared to be hockey. It appeared to be Bushuki Kai hockey. That's what I'm thinking. It appeared to be a Bushuki hockey that was blended in with his Opi no Mi. And I believe he used that in order to create an impact inside of the Yeti Cool Brother's body, and thus shattering either a bone. It looked like he shattered a bone, or some kind of like, you know, body structure. At first, I want to say his heart, but maybe that was too much. I'm not too sure. But either way, it was really cool. And then the last key point in this chapter is going to be when Law talks to Luffy. And he talks about how, you know, like how like Luffy, or he talks about like the ways of surviving in the new world. And basically, I'm going to read it right now. It says right here, right? But the truth is, sleeping here on this island is an important key that could throw the new world into chaos. What that key could be, I'm not too sure. But I'm pretty sure Akainu or Aokiji would know what that key is. And then he says there are only two ways to survive in the new world. Go under the umbrella of one of the four emperors, or continuously challenge them. So right there is like, okay, well, I mean, obviously Luffy is going to take option number 2, because Luffy doesn't care. Luffy's going to go in there and he's going to fight anyone he wants to. But going underneath the umbrella of a Yokon is, in my opinion, like the safest haven. I mean, take a look during the Whitebeard War. Whitebeard himself had so many other pirate captains underneath him that were following Whitebeard. So, I mean, right there is a good example of what Law's talking about. And then he says this: and I know that you aren't the kind of man who wants to work under someone. Luffy responds by saying, yeah, I like being a captain. Then Law says, then let's make an alliance with me. And I was like, oh no, the alliance. The alliance, man, of the worst generation. Here it comes. And Law didn't stop there. He was like, and then Luffy responds, an alliance. Law says, if you and I team up, we might be able to do it. I have a plan to take down one of the four emperors. And I'm like, no. Just straight face palm, no, dude. Law. Trafalgar Law. And I was like, he's taking out one of the four emperors, man. He wants Shanks. It's no, he wants Shanks, man. He's coming. Shanks. I mean, on the lookout, man. I mean, in my opinion, Kaido and Drake already have problems, right? Kaido and Drake already have problems. That, in my opinion, is already solidified. Okay. Big Man and Luffy are butting heads. As is Big Man and Kid. This leaves Blackbeard and Shanks. Blackbeard is hated by everyone. No one likes Blackbeard. Who's leave open? This leave. I mean, maybe Law might go after Blackbeard. Maybe. I mean, if it is Blackbeard, that's cool. But if it's Shanks, oh, that'd be crazy. I don't know. I mean, it makes more sense. It makes a lot more sense for Law to target Blackbeard for some reason. I mean, in my opinion, it makes more sense. I don't know why, but it makes more sense. Shanks just doesn't seem like the type of guy to instigate rivalries between other pirates. So I don't see Shanks doing that. But Blackbeard, I can see him obviously doing that, because Blackbeard doesn't give a fuck. Why? Because Blackbeard, think about it. Blackbeard is going Delphood hunting. The Opi no Mi is an OP fruit. Thus, it is very powerful. Blackbeard may have been targeting Law for his devil fruit. Blackbeard may have put Law on his hit list. And Law wants an alliance with Luffy to take out Blackbeard. This makes a lot of sense, actually. Yeah, right there could be the reason. Right there could be the reason. So, I mean, right now I'm just talking because, in my opinion, this chapter was great. I thought it was great. Okay. Now, what I will say is that this could obviously this could actually explain what happened to Law's crew, because Law's crew may be in hiding, or they may be on like another mission in order to find information about this specific Yokon. They may be undercover in that Yokon ship. If it's Big Ma'am, or unless Blackbeard got like a bunch of other crewmates, like a bunch of other subordinates, then I don't see how Law's crewmates could sneak in undercover. But if it was Kaido or Big Ma'am, who have multiple numbers of crewmates, like a large, like large crews, then maybe one of Law's crewmates could have snuck in there. I don't see how Beppo could, because Beppo was like, I don't know, he sticks out. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. But, I mean, right now, I'm just saying stuff. But in my opinion, this chapter was great. I thought it was great. Okay, I thought it was great. The prospect of Law hunting one of these Yokon, that to me is fantastic in and of itself. But the fighting that happened between Scoach, Rock, Luffy, and Frankie inside Chopper's body, in my opinion, I thought was very well done. So I'll see you guys later. King of Lightning, give me your thoughts on this. Shanks, Kaido, Big Man, Blackbeard. Who do you think it is? I'm saying Shanks. I'm saying Shanks. I want it to be Shanks. But it's probably Blackbeard. It makes more sense if it's Blackbeard. So I'm gonna say probably Blackbeard, but I want it to be Shanks. So I'll see you guys later. Rate, comment, subscribe. Peace. Have a nice day.